So what did Whoopi Goldberg try to do to this woman in her bakery? Watch.
The place that made these refused to make them for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? Oh.
No. Let me explain. They said that their ovens had gone down, all kinds of stuff, but folks went and got them anyway, which is why I'm not telling you who made them. But can't be because I'm a woman, but perhaps they did not like my politics.
Yeah. Okay, the boiler was broken. I mean, you could hear the New York City councilman there. They brought everybody to this.
Yeah.
To those.
This goes out to Whoopi Goldberg in The View. First of all, I love Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost, in Sister Act. Number 2 was all right, but number 1 was great, and the other movies that she was in. I just want to say, a lot of celebrities are out of touch with reality. These small businesses went through a lot during the pandemic. Some people live day to day. The equipment at this place is over 100 years old. So sometimes it's hard to put a big order together and guarantee it. It's not because of politics or any other reason. If you rich celebrities want to help out, maybe offer to fix it for them. Maybe buy them new equipment. And then they could keep baking it for you. But to go out and make an assumption on a national platform and hurt a small business, especially what they've gone through in the last few years, it's pretty horrible. I don't know if it's for a hot take, controversy makes clicks, gets the show more money, but this is really uncalled for. They're a diverse family. I know them. I played baseball with them when I was a kid, and you should apologize.
I'm telling y'all, man. This lady's a disgrace. The show is a disgrace. You just can't make this up, though. And I'm glad it all hits the fan, how it's supposed to hit the fan. I'm glad this hit the fan, y'all. Because we know what this woman is, man.
Let's listen to poor, persecuted Whoopi Goldberg, shall we?
The place that made these refused to make them for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? Oh.
No. Let me explain. They said that their ovens had gone down, all kinds of stuff, but folks went and got them anyway, which is why I'm not telling you who made them. But can't be because I'm a woman, but perhaps they did not like my politics.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because you know what? Listen, this is my mother's celebration.
Yeah.
Pick these up and celebrate with me and my mom.
She has no idea whether the ovens were her problem or not. But she's going to project her victimhood. I'm so sick of it, aren't you?
Sick. An absolute disgrace, man.
Okay, we showed you this before we went to break. Now it's happening. Whoopi Goldberg causing problems for a bakery, and now a Staten Island bureau president is speaking. Let's watch.
And I think the bottom line here is, after we're going to call up Jill, who has had to endure something that she shouldn't have to endure. These people are up at 3 or 4 o'clock every morning. The sacrifices they've made, the holidays they've missed with their families. To make Staten Island better, they have sacrificed for 145 years. Rutherford B. Hayes was the President of the United States, for God's sakes. And they're still here, and they're still strong, and they're not going anywhere, despite what other people on television have to say. And frankly, the people who defamed the Holterman family should apologize to the Holterman family for making stuff up to suit their needs.
Yeah, you messed up big time. And I told y'all, man, after Trump won, with these ladies, with the Whoopi, the entitlement, the victimhood. I told you, more meltdowns, more crazy stuff is going to come. And you just can't make this up. They have lost their mind. Now they feel like nothing's going their way. And people are sick and tired. And I told you, this woman is one of the reasons why President Trump walked back in that office, opening up her mouth. opening up her mouth. And I don't know how anybody sits and watch The View, the spew. And again, they've been running their mouth, man, about politics. And now look where we're at after November 5th. Now look where we're at. She messed up big time, man. And she should have been canceled long time ago. Long time ago, this lady should have been canceled, man.
Not everybody wakes up every day and thinks about politics. A good business person doesn't care about anybody's politics.
Yes.
So with that, I'd like to call up Jill Halterman Bowers. She deserves our 110% support. Jill, come on.
Salute to you, Jill.
It's a community that I have to tell you, I'm so overwhelmed by the support between finding out yesterday this even happened, getting phone calls, and then people coming in, people from all over just supporting us in every way. We had phone calls yesterday from Alabama. Guy says, I'm going to give you $50, send it to a school, send them donuts, send them cupcakes. The support has been so overwhelming, and I know how hard my family has worked to keep this business alive. And I wish my father was here today to see this. He would never believe it. My bakers come in 2 or 3 in the morning just to have donuts and rolls for everybody to come in and say, we have the best rolls ever. And you know what? It took my whole family. It takes everybody, the community that comes every day to see us. We have this everyday conversation with everybody. How's the family? How's this? This is what makes Halterman's Halterman's. It's the community, it's my fellow everything that come out and us giving back to the community that makes this go round. And if it wasn't for you and Staten Island to make this work, we still wouldn't be here today.
Told y'all, man. Someone else's burden, someone else's corruption, corrupt ways is someone else's blessing. You never know what doors you open up for people, man. As negative and terrible and tell you, man, you just never know how corruption can bring a huge blessing. And how it changes and flip-flops. Life is, I'll tell you, man, the mouth is very, very powerful, y'all. And that lady just don't understand that. And I told you, the way these women speak and how they spoke on politics is going to be one of the main reasons, along with the mainstream media, the fake news, and how Democrats went about things, why Trump was going to walk back in there. And now that you see this, he's walked back in there and won in a landslide. This lady, these women have lost it. And I tell you, this is not going to be the only incident. I believe there's going to be more incidents, more situations, more things are going to happen. You see every show now, they're melting down. They've lost it. They still talk nasty and disgusting. And try to destroy this business. It's ridiculous, man.
So I know my brother, Billy, work hard. Joe, my baker in the back, is here 6 days a week. He gives his heart and soul to this place. And you know what? My father always said, you do what you love. I'm telling you, this is my heart. And I thank you so much for everybody to come out and support us with the Halterman family. It means the world to me. It really does. Thank you so much. Oh, I wish my father was here today.
Jill. All good. It's all good. The goodness prevails. And just a little background for those who know, they had a boiler here. Again, it's been here 145 years. They had a boiler that was 60 or 70 years old. And the first week in November, guess what? It went on the fritz. They had to be replaced. And the reputation of Holterman's is impeccable, so rather than commit to something they couldn't guarantee, they said we can't do it. And the person who besmirched and defamed them took that as an insult to her. Well, get over it. This family will be here for, God willing, another 145 years.
Amen.
And as Jill said, it's her family, it's the Staten Island community, it's the elected officials, and I hope if you're watching this across the country, go online and order something and we'll mail it to you. So keep coming to Holterman's. I'd like to call up State Senator Jessica Scarcella-Spanton.
I got chills right now, man. I'm gonna cry tears, man. I'm happy. I'm happy, man. Because I love seeing disgusting things, disgraceful things, negative things turn into a beautiful, positive blessing. Because it's been a circus show covering these women on The View this past year on this channel. And again, you never know what somebody's going through. Hard workers, man. Business might have been struggling this way. This might not would have been where it should have been. But I told you, the corrupt, negative energy spirit will open up doors and bring blessings when you least expect it. And we want to thank you, Karen Whoopi. We want to thank you. And since you want to talk about politics, Trump is our president. How about that? I want to send my love, my prayers to this family, to their business, to you guys that are tuned in. Never be discouraged. A new door is going to open for you. Blessings are coming. The sun is going to come and shine after the rain, after walking through the mud. And sometimes it's somebody's corrupt ways. It might even be a loved one, a family member. Somebody's corrupt ways that leads you to a blessing, that opens up a door for you. You just never know how things work out. I don't want to sound like a preacher or anything, but I'm being real, you guys.
Thank you so much for putting this together, to our wonderful borough president, Vito Fasella, and to the Holterman family. Jill, give her a big round of applause. I think one thing all of the elected officials have in common is that Holterman's has been around our entire lives. My parents' entire lives, my grandparents' entire lives, probably our great-grandparents' entire lives. This is a staple in the Staten Island community, and one message is clear. You do not mess with Staten Island.
You gotta mess with Staten Island.
We come together as a borough like no other, so just understand, Staten Islanders are going to shop at Holterman's. This is an amazing, amazing family establishment. I encourage everybody to get their Thanksgiving pastries here, everything else. Thank you so much for putting this together, and thank you to the Holterman family for giving us a historic, beautiful business for 146 years I just turned. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm getting old. 146. Councilman David Carr. David.
Thank you so much, Borough President. You know, Vito always stands up for Staten Island, and today Staten Island needs to be stood up for. And we're here today to have Holterman Bakeries back, because the Holterman family generationally has had the backs of this community. Like so many other small business owners, they give back to the community that they call home. They give back to the community that patronizes them. And I'm so glad that we see all the cars here, all the people coming in and out of the store today to send a message to the person who decided that she was too important for a boiler breakdown. that she had to have her pastries, and if it wasn't coming to her, it must have been someone else's fault. It must have been a directed insult to her. That would never be the case. Staten Islanders don't serve people based on their political opinions. They serve everyone who comes through their doors.
Amen.
And that is the case with the Holterman's family. And in case you can't tell, I love a good bakery. And this is one of the best in the world, bar none. My family has been shopping here since I was a little kid. When my mom had to buy that thing on that snack on the counter that was there for company, it wasn't Entenmann's, it was Holterman's that she bought. And I look forward to seeing the Holterman's pastries and other products all throughout the borough for years to come. So God bless you, Jill, and God bless you, your family.
Well, they should.
Wow. Wow. I love how, again, one negative, a huge negative turns into a blessing, a huge positive. You know? And I'm glad that Whoopi Karen, was brought to the light in this. I'm so glad. Because again, they are not happy about the election results. And they've completely lost it. And I know she's been acting like this for quite a long time. But I'm glad that this became such a huge situation that they blew this up. You don't mess with Staten Island, baby. I'm glad this blowed up. I'm glad this went viral, man. It needed to be. Because those women are deranged. Whoopi Goldberg they're deranged. They need to get that hate out their heart. Put politics to the side. And y'all know me, man. We go out in public. We tip everybody. We make sure our servers are tipped. We make sure everybody's... we went into the restaurant. We went into the diner, the Waffle Houses, everywhere. We tipped everybody there this past election. We tipped everybody and said no tax on tips. You know, I go in there with my MAGA hat, my Trump shirts, my Trump hoodie on. And I expect to you know, no matter if, you know, again, I'll talk to people in restaurants that don't like Trump. And they still gave me the best service. And I gave them an amazing tip and I said, no tax on tips. Again, you don't have to agree with my politics. You don't have to agree with me on this, and that. And if something ain't working, if something's down, if something's shut down, it ain't, I'll understand. But again, man, we got so much hatred in our heart. We play the victimhood, you know. We think we need this, and that. And again, like I told y'all, they're not happy with the election results, so they have completely lost their mind even more. And I'm glad that it brought out this. I'm just so happy it brought out this, man. And that we actually, you know, got to make this video today, man. I'm just happy, y'all. And they ought to be ashamed of themselves. An absolute disgrace.
Showed up, right? And who got the party started? Well, that was the borough president, Vito Fossella in Staten Island. And he said these words: "This is the American story." Wow. So what did Whoopi Goldberg try to do to this woman in her bakery? Watch.
The place that made these refused to make them for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? Oh.
No. Let me explain. They said that their ovens had gone down, all kinds of stuff, but folks went and got them anyway, which is why I'm not telling you who made them. But can't be because I'm a woman, but perhaps they did not like my politics.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
that's
the
ridiculous.
boiler was broken. I mean, you could hear the New York City councilman there. They brought everybody to this, to those microphones.
Not political is what they're saying. This is just pure evil by Whoopi Goldberg trying to destroy a family business that's been in business for as long as they just said, just because it couldn't be that she might actually not get a cupcake on her birthday. And because she's such a lunatic, she thinks anything that doesn't go her way is some conspiracy theory against her and that everybody hates her. This is the intolerance of the left. Like, I have no idea how these people voted, but I'm going to guess that some of the people that just spoke are probably Democrats. And thank goodness that they came out, and thank goodness that they said, you don't do this to our bakery. You don't do this to a family business. I hope there's a lawsuit here. I hope Whoopi Goldberg has to pay a huge, huge birthday check to this bakery. They deserve it.
I think ABC's on the hook here.
I hope they pay too then.
Because what we were just talking about, they don't mention Holterman's Bakery, but when you look up, by the way, everybody's Googling this so much now that you just put in 3 letters and it's the first thing that comes up. But when you go, you see they're iconic, those cupcakes.
Yes.
So they're in like every shot of what's being said while Whoopi's, tearing this woman down and accusing her of being politically discriminatory. So my question is, how much on the hook is ABC News? How much on the hook is Whoopi? Somebody is, because according to the law, how does it work?
Yeah, when you look at libel, slander, or defamation, you can't just not say the bakery's name and say, okay, I'm off the hook. I didn't slander or libel anyone here because I didn't say the name of the bakery. If there's a fact that you disclose that could lead someone to infer what you are talking about, you can still be on the hook. And to your point, that infamous, or not infamous, I should say famous, white box with the pink polka dots allowed people to very easily find that this was Holterman's Bakery.
It's so famous it was good enough for The View.
Yes, she chose to unleash, Whoopi Goldberg, to unleash the attack dogs based on what evidence? What evidence led her to believe this was about politics? I've heard none, but thank God this bakery is fighting back.
Well, it's about politics now, because as you said, some of those New York representatives could very well be Democrats as well.
Yeah, but Staten Island is, it's pretty conservative. They're in rare territory in terms of the 5 boroughs of New York City. Great people there. They obviously are very passionate about their environment and their community. And,
told y'all, she feels like they can't get their way now. I bet y'all if Kamala Harris would have won, this wouldn't even be happening. This never would have happened. I just bet you. They are pissed. They are mad. They are crying.
What is Whoopi Goldberg doing, calling me like, this is Whoopi Goldberg, and I need something custom made for me and my Whoopi Goldbergness
for
now.
Free.
And they might have had those pre-made. So before the boiler broke down, someone, may have made all of those lovely confections, which someone was able to fetch and take to Whoopi on set because, God knows, it looks like she's missed a lot of cupcakes lately.
Man, we just get deeper and deeper. So what is the truth of all of this?
Well, I think the truth is that Whoopi Goldberg is an incredibly self-indulgent person who thinks everything is about her. So she thinks and takes it personally because that's how highly she thinks of herself, and she thinks everyone else regards her in that way, that they would care what her politics are, that they would go to such lengths that they wouldn't make her a cupcake. I'll tell you what this also is, in my opinion, is it's projection and it's deflection. This is what the left does. I've had numerous instances in California and in other liberal places where people didn't want to serve me, or where I got, bad looks, or I felt obviously uncomfortable being in a place because of who I am and what I believe in. I would never call these places out on air. I would never try to disparage them or hurt their business. But I think that she's used to that because she's on the left, and maybe she would do that to somebody. So she automatically assumes that was done to her, but it quite clearly wasn't.
It's real quickly, because you and I had, I think, seen some of the same reporting on this, that The View might be struggling right now with its view.
Yeah.
and maybe they really ought to be more sensitive to the fact that everybody's a part of this country.
The View has one view. They all voted for Kamala Harris. So how about that? You got The View, and it's only one view, and 76 million Americans don't have a voice.
But let me know what y'all think of this, man. The View should be canceled a long time ago. Whoopi should have been canceled long time ago, man. And I love how she tried to cancel this business, but it backfired. But a lot of people are not surprised with these witches on The View. They're not surprised that this took place, man. And I'm glad that this negative turned positive very, very quick. Very, very quick. You know, and sorry if my words were a little all over the place in this video and I sounded like I'm half drunk. But we're recording this early in the morning, and I'm just a little hot right now, man, because I love seeing things like this, man. You know, I really do love seeing things like this and how they flip back and backfire on people, man, that are so hateful and disgusting to people, man. It's just, but that's what you see with them witches on The View, man. You know, and she should be sued, and I hope they get a huge fat lawsuit, big fat one. It needs to be canceled, man. The View needs to be canceled too. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. And remember, spread the love, man. God is love. And I want to send my love, my prayers, my blessings to all you guys and your family through these crazy times that we're living in. Catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.